Hello, my lovely vigilant owls, and I am back. um, so this, I'm not fully sure if I wanted to. The hell? Oh, neighbors. Oh, sorry, that just caught me off guard. I never heard that sound before. I'm like, what the hell was that? Fucking. Anyway. What was I saying? Because I just that threw me off. So I'm not fully sure if I want to make this a whole like segment. Y'all let me know how y'all like it, honestly. But this is gonna be an alignment conversation. This is a spiritual alignment conversation between your divine masculine and divine feminine. What I mean by that is this particular reading is about how your feminine side and your masculine side are going to be working together from here on out because of all the shifts. A lot of people in the collective in general have been coming more and more into an alignment, and a lot of people don't know how to kind of have both halves on the same page. What I mean by that, it's more of some people have more feminine than masculine, so the feminine side of them makes more decisions, comes up with more ideas, do more things than their masculine side, and vice versa. Now it's going to be a more of a teamwork effort going forward in this shift year, etc. So that's why I made this reading, because if you're like me, well, if you haven't been able to really feel like you can get on kind of the same page with yourself, in the sense of you feel like you have to either go to your divine feminine for certain things or go to your divine masculine for certain things instead of just coming together as one, this is for you. And right now the alignment conversation is on how you're going to be dealing with your shadow work process from here on out. Okay? That's what's happening here. So the alignment conversation is about how your inner, not your outer, this is all inner work. How is your divine feminine and divine masculine are going to be on the same page and work together towards the same goal. It's not going to be I have to do shadow work for my divine feminine side on the emotional level, spiritual, and vice versa with the masculine. Everyone's going to be on the same page in your own world, if this resonates with you. So yes, I hope you enjoy this. Tapping into this particular vibe, when I got this idea to do it, it was interesting because some divine femme and masculine counterparts were arguing amongst each other, bickering, not be able to work together. Others were I'm seeing a lawyer's office, and they're going over what each party does, that type of thing. Some people are kind of chaotic, others are having time in their lives. It's like different things people are going through with their inner counterparts of themselves. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Ooh, excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, that was that's what that was about. That's the point of this alignment conversation, so you can get on the same page with yourself, in a sense. With yourself. This doesn't involve the higher self. This involves your divine feminine side and your divine masculine side coming to a common goal and just basically just getting on the same page and talking in circles, just to give you guys a bunch of examples. For both halves of yourself to get on the same page with this alignment process. Okay? Okay. And shall we begin? And how to balance out these things. Someone needs an example. For example, let's say with inner child work. With the family. You got the mom, you got the dad, and you got the child. Sometimes the child needs advice from the mom, sometimes the child needs advice from the dad. And if both of the parents are bickering and arguing, they're not hearing the child, and then nothing gets done. So the point of this alignment conversation is for your divine feminine side and your divine masculine side to get on the same page so that your inner child can do what it needs to do. That's basically what this is. And right now we're talking about shadow work, so that once you get through the shadow work of both the adults that are within you, in a sense, both the divine feminine and divine masculine getting on the same page on how you want to tackle your shadow work, that's when it's like, oh, okay, I got through my shadow work, now we can help the inner child. Because I feel like a lot of people are getting stuck in their shadow work because they can't get on the same page with themselves. Hopefully I'm making sense. So let us begin. Oh, the cards I got today for this reading, I have my Deviant Moon deck, of course, for shadow work, because we're going to be tapping more into the subconscious on how to get on the same page with your alignment through the subconscious through the subconscious. I have my Tayo deck for how you're going to balance this out. Wisdom Oracle, any wisdom advice you need. Moonology for, advice on how to, that's not the word. Extra advice on your subconscious, basically, and traditional tarot for clarification. Yes? Okay. I can pick up the entire, there you go. Alright. The alignment conversation. What is going on with my lovely vigilant Queen of Wands? So how's it going to be is it's going to be the divine feminine side, the divine masculine side, and then how you guys are going to get on the same page. Okay? Alright. Ooh. For the divine masculine. What you got for her? Okay then. Ah! Dude. I heard "Don't Leave Me Broken Hearted Tonight." I don't know. I haven't heard that song, and I think that's a Jessie song. I'm not fully sure. I don't remember. I'm pulling out all the cards first in this deck, and then we'll go from there. And how to get on the same page, I'm just gonna pull, because that would make a bit more sense. Alright. The Sun. Perfect. So, divine feminines, you guys are sorry, I didn't mean to start it off as like external, so used to that. In your divine feminine, because this is all internal work I'm talking about right now. In the divine feminine, your sorry, give me a moment. It feels like the roles have been kind of reversed, hence why you can't get on the same page with yourself. Like, your feminine side is in masculine energy and your masculine side is in feminine energy, and they need to switch back because it's starting to cause a lot of conflict and a lot of confusion, which is forcing you into this hermit mode. Hence, in this hermit mode, in order to get back into alignment and on the same page, you need to realize in this hermit mode where this conflict is coming from and why you feel like you're this ice ring here, not walking on thin ice, why it's such a slippery, why things seem to like kind of I was gonna say spiral out of control, but that's not what I'm looking at. I see a guy like falling. You know those family comedy sitcoms, those really cheesy, corny ones, and for some reason the family goes on a trip, and like in the winter, and the father is like ends up on like this frozen river. That's what they're showing me, like a frozen river, and like that type of energy where the guy is like slipping and sliding all over the place on the frozen water. Like you can't find your footing within yourself because of the crisscrossing of energy that's going on. Like you're not allowing your feminine side to stay in your feminine side, and you're not allowing your masculine side to stay in your masculine side. What I mean by that is, if your feminine energy is supposed to be receiving, there's no reason why your feminine energy is constantly giving. Like your feminine side is giving so much of itself in like a masculine aspect that it's starting to drain out, and it doesn't know what to do because it's trying to use masculine traits and masculine remedies to heal itself, when that's not how the feminine side heals. And the masculine side is wondering why it's not seeing any type of results, because it's going the feminine route when that's not what it's supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be finding its own way, not using feminine aspects to get the results it needs, in a sense. And we all have no, that's not what I'm trying to say. Not that part, just explaining what I'm meaning by that. Meaning, I can't use a real world example because that's not what I mean. Like your masculine side is trying to figure out why it feels so heartbroken, but it's not really doing the masculine thing of really researching, analyzing. It's more of going through how the feminine goes through. What's that word I'm looking for? It'll come to me. Anyway. But yeah, that's why it feels so chaotic right now, because of this feel of the energy being so, the masculine not in its actual spot and the feminine's not in its actual spot. They're in each other's seats when they need to kind of switch. So if your feminine side is constantly always over giving, you need to go like reserve yourself and come back to self, and to just sit and receive energy, not constantly give it. And the masculine energy needs to go back to not receiving it, but kind of protecting. What? I don't know. Anyway. Let me see here. What else am I? Use this here. Ooh. Yeah, and again with the knights here, the Knight of Wands, and because of the because I'm looking at the Queen of Wands, and usually the Queen of Wands is a really good feeling where she's powerful, she's young, she's happy, she's just doing her thing. But here in this deck, it's like she's in this mode where she doesn't feel like she needs the divine masculine, and that's not the case. You need the divine masculine within yourself. like kind of rejecting them in a sense. And you can't do that. And because of the divine feminine side kind of rejecting the divine masculine, it's causing the inner divine masculine in yourself to feel as though it's I won't say not worth anything. No, it's not that. I feel like it doesn't have like a place anymore, if that makes sense. Let's see. Oh, I'm pulling different cards to sum up each little bunch here. But because of this confusing runaround that you're giving yourself, because you can't figure out what's really going on, you're kind of just in hermit mode, just in hermit mode, like not doing anything, you're just stuck in hermit mode because you don't know, you can't soul search, you can't really do much because of how chaotic it feels inside. Ten of Cups. Yeah, the divine feminine in you wants to like go. It wants to move. It wants to move on, but it can't because the divine masculine within is stuck in this, I don't want to say emotional roller coaster, but really just for figuring out what's gonna emotionally satisfy them. So this is what's causing, that's what it is. That's what it is. The inner feminine in you wants to go in the sense it wants to go build, it wants to move, it wants to take action, but your divine masculine within wants to sit down and really evaluate what is emotionally going to satisfy them. What do you emotionally need? What's going to emotionally support you? What's going to help you emotionally grow? You know, those type of things that bring that type of stability. But you need to ask your divine feminine side that. Divine masculine does the action. Yeah. Alright, and over here. And then we're going to pull a Taio to be in the center to balance out this entire thing. Yeah. So because of this, and also the sun is at the bottom here. So what's going to externally bring happiness and bring this alignment together fully? But because of the kind of emotional disturbance, that's the best word that I can come up with right now. The emotional turbulence, it's causing you to feel as though this chaotic ball in your heart chakra, and it's like, okay, we got to shut it down. We got to go in hermit mode because I don't know what's going on. It's that type of feel. Well, Ace of Pentacles, look at that. And it's causing you to like possibly not drop opportunities. It kind of caused you to drop everything. Now, what it could be, I don't know. But whatever caused this shake-up, this crisscross, this switcheroo here, it's causing you to like kind of drop everything that's happening in the physical for you, the external for you, and just go into hermit mode, go within, and you're not coming out until you figure out what's going on. Okay. Taio, what's going on? I'll take that. No, it didn't fall. Yeah. Well, look at that. Oh, 2 cards came out. Okay. We got Joyous and Treading. and they all fell on the masculine side. So how are you gonna fix this little switcheroo that's happening so that you can figure out how to really bring yourself back into alignment? So the alignment conversation is, how are we gonna get what we want? How are we gonna get this emotional stability that we want so that we can continue walking our path? How are we gonna feel fulfilled? How are we gonna really have this time? How are we gonna enter this state of peace right here? By unconditional love. You see the two pinks here in the white, which is the other path besides the dark path, because there's the dark side, the light side, and the middle path. I take the dark side as the feminine path, the light side is the masculine path. So your masculine energy went into feminine mode so that it can really figure out how to take action within to bring more stability to your divine feminine. But the issue is your masculine side kind of didn't give your feminine side the memo in a sense. So your feminine side went, oh, okay then, I guess. Anyway. So how are you going to balance this out? Is having that open communication with yourself. What's really going to bring you this emotional fulfillment that you're basically craving and literally willing to travel for? See how you're leaving one destructive for a whole new land? Even though it looks dead and stuff, you can still bring this to life, divine feminine. But the divine masculine needs to draw the map right now, because that's kind of the energy they're in. You're on the exploring side of things while the divine masculine went within to really bring and figure out what's going to emotionally satisfy them. Okay then. Underneath that, dispersion. I don't know if it's because these are in like kind of script. I don't know if this is an S or an R. Dispersion. Yeah. Diffuse negativity, restore harmony, circulate, revitalize, dissolve divisions, lighten up. So things are going to lighten up soon, especially within your subconscious, because subconscious wise, you're probably trying to figure out why your external is so chaotic. It's probably because there's a few more programmings that need to be broken down, hence why your divine masculine side here kind of went into this hermit mode, went into this receptive energy, just to see, I don't want to keep using receptive, just went into this energy of just really taking a time out here. To really change its views on what is really going to emotionally bring them satisfaction. Because sometimes we always hear that we need to happiness is this, happiness is that, but how do you actually define happiness? What is your personal happiness? It could be anything, literally anything. What's actually going to bring you joy? I don't want to use happiness, because happiness like limits you to things that happen to you and not things that just are. So what causes joy within you? What causes delight? What brings you more light? Delight. Anyway. Whew. Anything else? Sorry, taxi was meowing for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, but yeah. So you ended up going into this hermit stuck state, and your feminine side kind of went into this guarded mode because your masculine side had to go within to really figure out what's going to make them happy on all levels, especially what's eventually gonna bring you pure alignment within yourself. So how you're guys gonna get on the same page, that's up to you. Wait, what? How you can get on the same page is really analyzing what really runs in your subconscious. What do you say to yourself when you're alone? How do you speak to yourself? What things, it could be something as simple as when you see like your favorite show. Like if you're watching your favorite show, really analyze why it's your favorite show. It could be the humor in it. It could be the characters because you relate to some of the characters. Why does your inner child light up at certain shows? Why are you attracted to certain shows for whatever reason? Is it because it's a hobby that you're into? Is it something that you aspire to be? Things like that. Just really analyzing those small details of your day-to-day life to figure out why these things I don't know where it's going with that. Hold on. I just took it. Yeah, really sitting back and analyzing what's going to bring you this emotional fulfillment. And with this because we always take it as emotional fulfillment as these huge things like family, financial success, and realistically it's really anything you define that brings you joy in your life, that just makes things just a bit sweeter. That's really all it is. So in this alignment process, you're just really analyzing, in this alignment conversation, you're just really seeing, oh, this makes the feminine side of you. Oh, I enjoy knitting. Your masculine side. I enjoy shopping for, for different colors so that you can knit. Those type of things. It's not always like a huge explosion of energy. It's just really understanding why it makes you happy, why it brings you joy, why it brings you peace, and how to continue that. Alright. Any advice? So when you do feel in these chaotic, depressive states, you can go to the things that do bring you joy, that do hold those sweet memories for you, that give you that serotonin and dopamine. Flexible. And you're able to be more, what's the word I'm looking for that? Not flexible. Is it versatile? No. So when you do hit those low points, really understanding, instead of just going with the energy where it's just when the energy goes up and down, when you're at your high points, you're able to manage your high points so that when you do eventually like crash or hit your low points, you can at least pick yourself up. It's not just it's not just you going with the flow and rolling with the punches. It's you being able to strategize yourself and to stay in a constant form of not being pushed either way because like the Mercury went into retrograde. It's being able to stay still and unmoved. That's the point of this. Hopefully I'm making sense. Because the alignment conversation was a little chaotic. I'm not even gonna lie. Like when I was meditating on it, it was like, whoa, okay then. Alright, new life here and now. So once you come in, once you've officially sat down with yourself, with both sides of yourself, and do this this work here of your divine feminine and divine masculine, that's when you'll have this new perspective, this present feel of you're being present. Is it feel like you're being pulled any which way. You can actually sit down with yourself, actually be on the same page with yourself, and that's when you can start tackling the inner child within and really getting to what they want. Because inner child work isn't just, you know, doing things you used to enjoy as a kid. That's a way to relax your inner child and heal it. But really the purpose of your inner child is to be that, is to really have that frame. Is there plastic on my room? Sorry, I got distracted out of nowhere for a second. Sorry. The real point of your inner child is for you to tap into that world of that imagination in a more calm, dreamlike way, so you can get messages from spirit. And if your divine feminine and divine masculine are constantly arguing about stuff, you're gonna miss spiritual messages. That's just what that is. Okay, so let's pull a moon and then we are flying out of here. Anything else? Last minute things for this alignment conversation. Luck is on your side. Meaning you're not doomed. You're not going to be stuck in this chaotic feel forever. This not knowing what's going on, not understanding why you're feeling a certain way, not understanding why your emotions are going up and down, why you feel like you can't really pinpoint what's going on. It's all going to make sense. It's all going to come into alignment. Just give yourself some time. Understand where you're standing in your divine feminine. Understand where you're standing in your divine masculine. Understand where they are in mindsets, emotional settings, and spiritual settings. See what's going on there, and really talk to your team, your spirit team as well, on this. So that's all I got for this alignment conversation. Hopefully this did resonate with a few of you guys, and hopefully I did shed some light on what this chaotic feel could be that's going on with you guys. So yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you for flying with me on Vigilant Owls, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.